The Dragon King only belongs to his own kind. How dare you steal my man, you filthy human whore!
Touch her again, and you're dead.
Your Majesty, you're being blinded by this human whore! Look at the prophecy I divined! She's after your blood, the most sacred source of power, coveted by every desperate creature alive. No, I don't even know what this is!
A dragon prophecy is never wrong. You're a liar. Last night was just your little plan. To crawl into my bed and get close to me?
No, that's not true. Please, you have to believe me. Drop the act! You are nothing but a cheap little slut who spreads her legs for dragon blood. I would never!
Save your tears. Those fake tears make me sick.
Please, Kale.
You don't get to say my name! Show your face here again, and I'll personally burn you to ash.
The man you spread your legs for just threw you away like garbage. How does that feel, human? It was you. You faked that prophecy! You're smarter than you look. I sacrificed 100 years of my life to fake that prophecy. And now, the Dragon King, his crown, his throne, all of it belongs to me. For a cheap human whore, that's all one night with a king is worth.
Breathe.
I am breathing!
Push! Now! The first dragonborn in 1,000 years.
Hi, little one. Looks like it's just you and me now.
For now the scent is gone. No one can trace her bloodline, but that seal, it won't hold forever, Lyra. Before the seal breaks, you return to the realm of dragons. And find the Grand Healer.
Back to his lands.
Those fake tears make me sick.
Your father, he hates me, Amber. He can never know you exist. But I promise, I won't let anyone take you from me, not even him. I'll be back for Amber as soon as I'm done. Oh, don't you worry, dear. I'm already obsessed with this little angel. Go do what you need to do.
Hear ye! By royal decree, any woman who bears an heir to the Dragon King shall be crowned Dragon Queen. Ladies of every race are welcome to present themselves.
What? Kale Draveth is holding a bride hunt? For an heir?
Papa.
Papa? Her father is Kale Draven, the ruler of all magical creatures?
No. Her dad is the dumbest creature alive. Anyway, I really should get going.
Those eyes. You look just like Kale when he was little. Wishful thinking on my part. Of course you don't carry dragon blood. But my darling, what I wouldn't give to have you as my grandchild.
Lyra Voss, you actually dared to come back. It's her scent.
Hail, you little brat! You better have a damn good explanation for burning down my matchmaking notice!
Dragon King burnt Mother's notice.
Don't look at me. You're the one who issued that ridiculous notice without my permission, Mother.
What else was I supposed to do? I've been waiting 1,000 years for a grandbaby, 1,000 years! I even opened a daycare just to hold other people's babies, because my son, the great Dragon King, ruler of the realm, can't even find one woman he's interested in.
Stop thinking about that lying, scheming woman. The next time I see her, I'll tear her apart with my own hands.
Elves are the fairest creature. Once I bear the king's heir, I'll be the most powerful dragon queen this realm has ever seen. Every woman alive will choke on jealousy. Excuse me, do you know where I can find the Grand Healer? Filthy human peasant. Get out. Now. Please. My daughter is very sick. Only the Grand Healer can save her. I said, get out! His Majesty despises humans. No one is going to offend the Dragon King for some filthy human brat. Your little bastard is as good as dead. Take that back. I don't care who you are. No one talks about my daughter like that. Or what? Go to hell, bitch. Kale? Why is he here? He hates me so much. Why would he save me?
Why did I jump in? What the hell is wrong with me?
Maybe he didn't recognize me. Thank you, sir, for saving my life. I should go.
I told you. Never show your face to me again, Lyra.
Sir, you've got the wrong person.
The wrong person? I remember these hands. I remember the way they touched me.
Let me go!
And these legs. I remember how tightly they wrapped around me. Shameless. Desperate. What are you after this time? My blood, my power, and air.
Get over yourself! Yes, I came here for a man. But trust me, it's not you. Wait, what just...
No! No, 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 no!
Scoop! The Dragon King caught making out with a human woman in broad daylight!
That is not what happened. It was an accident.
An accident, huh? You really will go to any length to get my attention, won't you?
I didn't. I was just...
Trying to seduce me.
Your Majesty, I have absolutely no interest in you. I swear, I will never, ever show my face in front of you again.
Good. Keep that promise. Don't sneak into my castle, and definitely don't wait for the guard shift at the top of the hour. Slip through the broken window in the north tower, second from the left, and come looking for me. Got it?
Crystal clear.
Your Majesty! We can't just let that bitch walk away!
Easy, little elf. His Majesty never lets anyone get on top of him.
Unless he wants them there.
Oh, Amber. What a sweet little angel. Just stay a little longer, please. We need to find a place to stay for the night.
Perfect! Stay here. Free of charge.
No, we couldn't possibly.
I have plenty of empty rooms. And Amber doesn't want to leave her Nana either, do you, sweetie?
Marin, thank you. Really.
Oh, she's melting my heart.
If Lyra marries Kale, I'll never have to be away from Amber again.
Lyra, are you single? Because I have a son. A very handsome son.
Speak of the devil.
Pretty lady, would you like to buy some bread to support the little wolf scouts?
Oh, sure. And here I thought that stubborn son of mine had finally shown up.
I'm so flattered, Marin. But right now, I've only got one job. Taking care of this little one. By the way, have you ever heard of the Grand Healer? I need to find him.
Oh, that little rascal Thaddeus Lorne? Yeah, I'll ask around.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
Oh, right. Amber won't take formula. You should probably leave some breast milk here, just in case.
Right. Is there a private room where I can pump?
Any suspicious figures near the castle?
Your Majesty, this is the 50th time you've asked that today. And no, Miss Voss did not show up, even with your extremely detailed instruction.
Who said anything about that lying woman? I'm just concerned about castle security.
Yes, I came here for a man, but trust me, it's not you.
Lyra. How dare you!
Oh no, the milk is for Amber. Get off me.
What's this? Some new trick?
Absolutely not, you...
I got to admit, you're very good at making me hard.
You arrogant, shameless jerk! Get out of my room!
If you're this desperate for my attention, maybe I'll give you what you're craving. Just like old times.
Like old times? You seriously think this is some twisted game of hard to get? Get over yourself! You broke into my room!
You invaded my world first, Lyra.
And that was a massive, goddamn mistake.
You call it a mistake?
Yes. A mistake I've regretted every single day for the last 2 years. If I could do it over again, I would never, ever cross paths with you.
Honey, is everything all right in there? Do you need help?
Mum?
No, he can't find out about Amber.
Yummy smell. Love it.
Oh, my... Take your time, honey. Enjoy. A single mother's needs. Get it, girl.
Go ahead, say it. I know you're dying to. Call me shameless, call me a cheap slut, get it all out, then get the hell out of my room. A mistake I've regretted every single day for the last 2 years.
Why were you crying, Lyra?
Because you just ruined Amber's milk. Because I'm terrified I'm going to lose her. Because your damn arrogance and prejudice forced our child to hide like some dirty secret. It's none of your business, Kale. Don't pretend you actually care.
Fine. Then maybe I'll just have you exiled right now. How about that? I mean...
You don't have to throw me out yourself, Your Majesty. I promise. Once I get what I came for, I'll disappear. You will never have to see me again. Now please leave my room.
Lyra,
What?
explain something to me. Why does a single woman spend so much time at a daycare? Unless you've got a kid here.
Thanks to you, Your Majesty. Not a single inn in this entire realm will take a human. If it weren't for the kind lady who runs this place, I'd be sleeping on the street tonight.
For a moment, I almost wondered if that night gave you my child.
What a shame. I was this close to becoming the Dragon Queen. But don't worry. There are plenty of women desperate to carry your child. I know exactly how much you hate me. I wouldn't flatter myself. Your Majesty.
I do hate you, don't I?
Please! I just need 5 minutes with the Grand Healer. My daughter is sick. Please.
The Grand Healer doesn't waste his time on human trash. Get lost. Disgusting pest. Get out of the way!
Your Majesty, Miss Voss has recently...
From this moment on, that name is forbidden in this castle.
Your Majesty?
The realm needs an heir. Arrange a grand ball. I am choosing my queen.
Wonderful news, Lyra. The Grand Healer will attend the royal ball in 3 days. And I got you an invitation.
That's amazing. Marin, thank you.
There's just one catch. The day car will be closed for the event. You'll need to take Amber with you. Okay. She comes with me.
The temperature inside the car turned suffocating. Alex, hit me harder. Make me forget every filthy thing they ever did to me. 5 years ago, my ex, Matthew, protected Sophie after she killed my mother. Later, the Whitaker family kidnapped me, destroyed me, forced me to flee Boston. My billionaire husband has transferred hundreds of billions in assets into my name.
Take it, baby. Now this power is yours.
But when I came back to Boston, they crushed me all over again. They killed my grandmother.
You pathetic little bitch. I swear I'll make you die in here. Then you should have killed me first. Because now I'm dragging every single one of you down to hell with me.
5 years after I walked away from Matthew Shaw, I married Alex Sterling, one of the wealthiest men in the country. Alex insisted on transferring his trust interests and most of his personal assets into my name.
This is the foundation I want to give you, something that doesn't depend on anyone else.
I came back to Boston, the city where I was born, specifically to sign this trust transfer document. I walked into Boston's largest law firm, Shaw Pierce LLP. Hello, I have an appointment.
Well, if it isn't Nora Quinn, the one who used to throw herself at Matthew back in the day.
They were the same people who used to make my life hell, and at the center of them stood a man, the nightmare I had spent 5 years trying to bury, Matthew Shaw.
Oh my god, it's really her! What's with all the knockoffs?
That Paddock Lilip is fake too, isn't it?
Nora, there's no need for this. Dressing up in knockoffs and pretending to be some socialette just makes you look cheap.
5 years and he's still the same. The moment I show up, he just assumes automatically that I'm here for him. Everyone on campus knew I was crazy about Matthew Shaw. I brought him coffee, saved him seats in the library, and even ran a fever just to show up at his games. After the match, I could barely stand, but he only looked down at me and said,
Then go ahead and try.
And just like that, I became his girlfriend. I thought I'd finally found love until Sophie Whitaker showed up. Sophie was Matthew's childhood sweetheart. The moment she got into the same school, she effortlessly claimed every spot by his side. I made a scene, but every time he just looked at me with a frown.
Nora, you're really annoying like this.
So I held it in, over and over again. On the eve of the wedding, my mother was killed by a speeding Porsche. The driver was a drunk Sophie Whitaker. I rushed to the police station, only to see her crying and clutching Matthew's sleeve.
Matt, I didn't mean it.
Don't be afraid. I'm here.
Finally, I understood. In his heart, his fiancée would never be worth more than a single tear from Sophie. The wedding is off. We're done.
Sophie is like family to me. I can't just abandon her.
When the trial came, Matthew personally defended her, twisting a fatal DUI into reckless driving. She clung to him, crying, "My father and I appealed again." I was kicked out of my apartment, stalked, kidnapped, and threatened with compromising photos. In the end, I fled to New York like a stray dog with nowhere to go. Cancel the appointment. I'll find another firm.
She's clearly here for Matthew.
Matthew is about to marry the Whitcourn heiress. Say one more word, and I'll tear your mouths apart.
Nora, you're 28, not 18. Is it really worth it to come to my workplace and make a scene?
Matthew, listen carefully. I'm here for a property trust transfer. My husband is about to transfer hundreds of millions in assets to me. As for you, you're nothing but a pathetic ex who never mattered. Don't flatter yourself. The lobby fell into a dead silence, Matthew's eyes dripping with sarcasm.
Nora, think before you lie. Do you even believe that insane nonsense yourself?
Rent a watch, hire some extra to play your husband, and suddenly you think you're a wealthy socialite? Bet he's some balding old man.
I was about to retort.
Nora Quinn, you goddamn pest!
A vicious slap landed hard across my face, snapping my head to the side.
How dare you still come here to seduce my Matthew? We're already engaged! You pathetic homewrecker!
I raised my hand to slap her back, but my wrist was roughly grabbed midair. It was Matthew. He held my wrist in a death grip and even shoved me back a step.
Nora, that's enough. Stop this nonsense.
I stared at him, almost unable to believe what had just happened. I was the one who had been hit. But just like 5 years ago, the only person he stalked was me. Seeing Matthew take her side, vicious satisfaction flashed across Sophie's face. The next second, she lunged at me, grabbed a fistful of my hair, and yanked hard.
You shameless bitch! You pushed your way between us in college, and now you have the nerve to follow him to his own law firm? You disgusting little homewrecker! I am going to ruin you!
The firm staff stood around watching, and not a single person tried to pull her off me.
Get her face! A homewrecker getting dragged in her ex's law shop? This is insane!
Didn't she chase him all through college? She humiliated herself for years and still ended up with nothing. Honestly, she brought this on herself.
Matthew watched the whole thing with cold, detached eyes.
Nora, get up. Apologize to Sophie. And promise me you will stop lying and stay out of our lives. Do that, and I will let you walk out of here without making this worse, for old time's sake.
I forced myself off the floor, drew back my hand, and slapped him across the face as hard as I could.
Matthew, you make me sick!
The red imprint of my hand bloomed across Matthew's cheek.
You hit my fiancé? Who the hell do you think you are?
I raised my arm on instinct. The scalding coffee soaked through my sleeve.
That was assault? I am calling the police.
The police arrived.
Mr. Shaw, you are here too. Can you tell me what happened? Officer, they stormed into the firm and attacked
That is
Mr.
exactly
Fiancé.
what happened, and unfortunately our lobby camera has been down for a month. She has been harassing Mr. Shaw for weeks, and today she came in looking for trouble.
Miss Quinn, we're taking you in. You can tell your side of the precinct.
Every person in that lobby rewrote the truth. He snapped the handcuffs onto my injured wrist.
Nora, you always have to push things too far. Maybe one night in a holding class will finally teach you something.
One word from the Whitaker family, and I was thrown into a holding cell at one of the roughest precincts in South Boston.
So you are the one they warned us about, the rich man chaser who starts swinging when she does not get what she wants. Enjoy sleeping on that tonight, princess. A girl like you should be used to being uncomfortable.
That night became its own kind of hell. Every time I dared to close my eyes, a steel-toed boot slammed into the bed, rattling my skull. 2 of them dragged me off the bunk and pinned me to the cold, wet floor. Another bucket of dirty gray water hit me directly in the face. I curled into the corner, but I clenched my jaw and kept my eyes open in the dark. 5 years ago, they destroyed my parents. 5 years later, Matthew was still holding the door open for anyone who wanted to push me off the edge. The next morning, they finally let me out. The officer processing my release tossed my phone onto the counter.
Mr. Shaw decided not to press charges. Consider yourself lucky. Now get out and stop picking fights with people who have more power than you.
I picked up my phone with shaking fingers. Notifications came flooding in. The footage from the law firm had been maliciously edited and was already going viral on TikTok. All that remained was me slapping Matthew. Then it got worse. My name, my old photos, my past, and even my family's address were being shared everywhere. A local news live stream had just gone live from South Boston, right outside the old apartment building where the only person I had left in this world still lived, my grandmother. The cameras had completely surrounded the narrow entrance to her building. Dozens of reporters and content creators crowded the sidewalk, their lenses aimed straight at her face. She stood in the doorway, lost and terrified under the glare of the cameras, still clutching the grocery bag she had just carried back from the store, the ingredients for the chowder she had promised to make me when I called her yesterday.
Ma'am, is it true your granddaughter had an affair with a high-profile attorney and attacked his fiancé in public? Did your granddaughter run to New York because she was exposed as a homewrecker? Is this apartment being paid for with some married man's money? Answer the question!
On screen, Grandma Helen's face went white as chalk, and her whole body started to shake. Neighbors stood around pointing and whispering. Then someone threw a rotten tomato at her.
You animals! Get away from my grandmother!
I ran like I was losing my mind. Grandma Helen had a serious heart condition. She could not handle this kind of shock. By the time I made it to the building and rushed up the stairs, the stairwell walls had been spray painted in bright red. I pushed open the door. The smell of chicken soup still hung in the air, but Grandma Helen was collapsed in the kitchen doorway, one hand pressed to her chest, her face a terrifying shade of blue.
Grandma! Wake up, please! Do not scare me like this!
The neighbors and reporters outside watched through the open door. I swallowed the pain, lifted her onto my back. A nurse came rushing out, her expression grave.
She is in cardiac arrest. She needs emergency surgery right now. The family in the VIP suite is refusing to release the doctor.
Refusing to release him? My grandmother is dying in there!
I shoved through the VIP ward door like a woman on fire. Sophie was sitting up in the hospital bed with one hand over her heart. Matthew and Richard stood on either side of her.
Let the doctor go save my grandmother. She is running out of time.
Oh, Nara, I wish I could help, but after what you did yesterday, my heart has been acting up. The doctor is still checking on me, so he cannot leave.
Sophie, she is dying in there. If you hate me, take it out on me, not my grandmother.
Fine. I will let him go. But first, you are going to say it on camera. Admit you lied. Admit you are jealous of me. Admit you are still obsessed with Matthew. Say you are a crazy stalker. Say you are a homewrecker who tried to ruin my engagement. Say it clearly, and maybe I will let the doctor go save your grandmother.
I dug my nails into my palm, lifted my head, and looked straight into the camera.
I am a liar. I am jealous of Sophie. I had no right to go after Matthew.
Sophie still was not satisfied. She walked up to me in her heels and tapped the toe of her shoe against my knee.
Lower. The camera cannot see how pathetic you really are.
My knees gave out and I sank halfway to the cold floor. Sophie finally let out the laugh she had been holding back.
Nora, look at yourself. You really do look just like that dying grandmother of yours.
She leaned close to my ear and spoke slowly.
Your parents died young because they deserved it. Your grandmother is no different.
And the doctor still did not make it in time. The nurse came running back, her face pale, and shook her head.
I'm sorry, we ran out of time.
I looked at my grandmother's body under the white sheet. A rage so violent it felt like it was tearing through my ribs surged up inside me. I stormed back to the VIP suite, kicked the door open, and slapped Matthew and Sophie across the face.
Security! Get this lunatic out of here!
Several men in black grabbed me and dragged me down into the shadowed underground garage. Richard straightened his jacket, his eyes cold as stone.
Miss Quinn is unstable, violent, and delusional. The paperwork for an emergency psychiatric hold is already prepared. Get her restrained and transferred before she hurts someone.
Get your hands off me! I am not crazy! You are murderers!
Richard held up his phone.
Keep fighting, and these go live tonight. Everywhere. Hold her down. Give her the sedative.
A thick needle loaded with clear fluid moved toward my neck. Just as I was about to lose everything, the shriek of tires split the air. The door swung open. Alex stepped out in a black coat, his face colder than I had ever seen it.
Who dares touch her?
Today is our vow day. I risked my life for this. For you.
You actually got it for me?
Why?
You were born Tier 1. You barely have any power. Arthur is Queen Valkyrie's son.
Arthur was born Tier 4. He's the strongest demimon. So tell me, why would I stay at the bottom with you?
Try not being born pathetic next time.
What if the fall's too quick? He deserves to suffer a little first.
Then Halo will. The great serpent down there hasn't eaten in years.
Arthur killed me. Why am I still alive?
The shrine hasn't lit up like this in 500 years. A divine sun is awakening in Helheim.
Impossible. No one was sent to trial in Helheim. I feel different. Power keeps pouring out of me.
Tier 4! Tier 5 still rising!
Who are you? Where is this?
You freed me. I'm yours, Master. Please accept it.
I'll call you the God Reaper.
My spirit resides in this ring. I will be with you from now on.
Look at you, old man. High Hall's lowest shrine keeper. And you thought you could accuse me?
You killed my student.
Leaf attacked first. Arthur was only defending himself.
You want justice for your precious disciple? Then go join him.
Get away from him.
You're alive?
Leap! Thank the gods you're all right.
Congratulations. You crawled back from Hellheld. Now I get to kill you again.
3 days from now, the God trial. I'll return everything you did to me, in front of everyone. A duel to the death. I accept.
No need for Arthur to waste his hands. I'll kill you myself.
So you'd rather I die, just so you can marry into the God clan with a clean name?
See you in 3 days.
Take your rest. 3 days from now, I will bring vengeance for you. Leap, don't do this. You'll get yourself killed. I'm fine.
You're not getting away. I've been sent here to kill you.
Who said I was running?
Poison doesn't work on me.
That's not poison, Saintess. It's lust dust. A saintess in my hands.
You shameless!
Today, I'll take your saintly power. I'm going to enjoy every holy inch of you.
Don't touch me!
Enough!
Wait, I know you. Aren't you that useless godborn from Midwar?
I remember you! Ben's apprentice! Run! You are only T1. You can't fight a Frostwick!
No one's leaving before I taste you, beauty. Don't worry, I'll kill it. I needed something to test this on anyway.
A farming tool? You have no divine blood, and you think you can threaten me?
Hold on. I'll force the lust dusk out of your body.
Please touch me.
Ben, are you certain? Once the God trial begins, it shows no mercy.
You heard? Old Ben challenged Selmine and Prince Arthur for Leap.
Leaf is my student.
You want to die for him that badly, old man?
How touching. Then I'll send you ahead of him.
Too bad Leaf can't watch you die first.
Leif, touch him again, and you die first.
Step down, Ben. Rest. I'll end this quickly.
You think saving that old fool makes you strong? Then does it!
That's the woman you chose?
Arthur! I was careless! I can still fight!
Enough! Don't embarrass me more. You made me look weak.
If she made you look weak, maybe you are.
Beating one useless tier 3 and now you think you're somebody? Leaf, stop! You already won!
Arthur's Hyrule's strongest young demigod. He's not Celia.
Arthur is a tier 4 demigod. Leaf is walking into a slaughter. I'll show you what a demigod can do.
I'm a starving succubus who survives on men's desire, but I just woke up in modern New York, where everyone acts like wanting someone is a crime. I got fired and nearly arrested just for touching a coworker's abs. Desperate for energy, I hide myself in the most boring black suit I can find and interview to become the personal assistant to Ethan Frost, New York's coldest, most untouchable billionaire suit. The moment I see him, every filthy instinct wakes up. I want to ruin him with my mouth, from those cold lips down his chest until I'm wrapped around his thick, throbbing cock, sucking him dry and breaking his perfect control. Suddenly, Ethan snaps his pen clean in half. He stares at me, jaw tight, voice rough.
You're hired.
He can hear every filthy thought in my head. I'm Jade Summers. 1 second I was the most seductive succubus in the abyss, drunk on desire and raw sexual energy. The next I blinked and found myself dumped on a crowded street in New York City. This place is insane. The whole city reeks of lust, yet everyone struts around acting like they're above it, preaching self-control, purity, and proper behavior. A few days ago I was so starved I could barely hold my human shape. All I did was run my hand over my coworker's abs to steal a little energy, and I got dragged into HR, publicly fired for sexual harassment, and almost arrested. No legal identity here means I starve. End of story. So I squeezed myself into the most buttoned-up black blazer I could find, every button fastened tight to my throat, and walked into Frost Capital, one of Manhattan's most cutthroat firms, for a personal secretary interview. The man interviewing me was the one who runs everything, Ethan Frost. Everyone called him untouchable, cold, privileged, disciplined to the bone. A man so controlled that women could throw themselves at him all night and he would not even blink. But the moment I stepped into his office, a thick wave of pure, scorching masculine energy slammed into me. My succubus instincts went feral.
Oh my God. Look at those broad shoulders, that tight waist, those powerful thighs. Those dress pants are stretched so obscenely I can see the outline of every inch. I bet he's thick, heavy, and perfect. I wonder how long this tightly wound ice prince can keep his control before he snaps. I want to shove him back onto that desk, tear that expensive suit off him, and ride him raw until he's shaking and begging.
I was deep in that filthy fantasy when a loud snap cracked through the room. Ethan's luxury pen broke in half, black ink spilling over his fingers. He slowly lifted his gaze. Those cold, dark eyes pinned me like a predator. His voice came out low, rough, and dangerously controlled. He paused, jaw tight, eyes burning with something dark and volatile.
Jade Summers. You're hired.
I stood there, completely stunned. You really just hired me? After I had mentally stripped him naked and imagined riding him senseless? Not that I was complaining. This job gave me legitimate, daily access to the most powerful source of energy I had ever felt. I had barely stepped out of his office when Victoria, the senior director, cornered me in the hallway. She looked at me like I was something filthy that had just crawled in off the street. She marched up in her sharp heels and shoved my shoulder hard.
Button that collar all the way up. If I ever see you throwing yourself at Mr. Frost, you won't even make it through tomorrow. Do you understand me?
I let myself stumble back and quickly put on my most innocent, obedient face.
Of course, Director. I'll be completely professional.
But inside, my succubus side was burning with contempt.
Throwing myself at him? Please. You look at him like you own him. You have no idea how good it feels to be flooded with that kind of raw, masculine energy. It would probably kill you. A body like his deserves to be claimed every single day. I want to wrap myself around him, drain him with my mouth and hands until he has nothing left to give.
A heavy footstep sounded behind me. Ethan stood just a few feet away in his perfectly tailored black suit, his presence filling the hallway. His dark, intense eyes were locked directly on my face. Victoria spun around instantly, flashing a sweet, adoring smile.
Mr. Frost. I was just giving the new assistant some orientation on proper office standards, making sure the wrong kind of woman doesn't cause you any problems.
Ethan ignored her completely. His gaze never left me. I watched his throat tighten as he swallowed slowly, something dark and heated flashing in his eyes. His voice came out low and commanding.
Coffee. Now.
5 minutes later, I walked into the CEO's office with a cup of black coffee. The second I stepped through the door, that devastating masculine energy wrapped around me again, hot and clean and way too close. It clung to my skin like a second layer. Ethan was leaning back in his chair, reviewing documents like nothing in the world could shake him. Shirt buttoned, tie straight, face cold enough to freeze over hell, but my eyes had no loyalty to my brain. They kept drifting lower, straight to the tight stretch of his dress pants.
That energy is so thick and pure it's making me dizzy. The way those pants hug him should be illegal. If he ever let loose on me, he would completely wreck me. God, I was
so busy staring that I completely missed the vase beside me. My heel caught the edge of it and rolled. I lost my balance and pitched forward straight into him. The entire cup of scalding coffee splashed across his lap. Every single drop. A low, ragged groan tore out of him. The documents in his hands scattered all over the floor. My soul nearly left my body. I scrambled up, grabbed the tissue box off his desk and started frantically dabbing at his thighs.
Mr. Frost, I'm so sorry. Please don't move. I'll clean it up.
The second my fingers pressed against the soaked fabric, I froze. Even through the thin material, the heat under my hand was overwhelming. Hard, tense, very, very alive. My fingers started to shake.
Wait, is he getting hard? God, he's huge. Ugh, I just want to rip these pants open and put my mouth onto his monstrous cock.
Ethan's hand, which had been reaching for the tissues, stopped dead in midair. For one terrifying second, the whole office went silent. Then his large, burning hand came down on my lower back. He seized me and pulled me hard against his chest. My breath caught. His body was solid against mine, his breath hot and uneven on my face. That perfect frozen composure finally cracked, and what leaked through was dark, hungry, and dangerous. His voice dropped low.
You really can't stop looking there, can you?
His voice was low against my ear, and that thick, impossible bulge pressing against me was impossible to ignore. My succubus control was hanging by a thread. This man was playing dirty. And the worst part was, I was almost sure he knew it. I swallowed hard, my whole body going soft against him. My arms slid around his neck before my brain could stop them. I leaned in, lips parting, the tip of my tongue just barely brushing out. One more inch. Just one. Then the memory hit me like a fire alarm. HR dragging me out of my last job in front of everyone. Security watching me like I was dangerous. The threat of handcuffs, police, and a permanent record, all because I touched a coworker's abs when I was starving. My blood went cold. This was not some random office. This was the CEO's office in New York. And this was Ethan Frost, one of the most powerful men in the country. Throwing myself at him was not a cute little workplace mistake. This could destroy my life. All my succubus confidence disappeared in an instant. But I came here to survive, not to end up in prison. I shoved him back with a sudden burst of strength, slipped out of his arms and dropped hard onto the floor.
Mr. Frost, I'm so sorry. I swear I'm a respectable woman. I just slipped, that's all. I wasn't trying anything. Please don't call the police. I'm not some kind of predator.
I fumbled with the door, yanked it open and ran. But as the door swung shut behind me, I caught one last glimpse through the narrow crack. Ethan, the famously celibate, untouchable ice prince, was still standing exactly where I had left him. His shirt was wrinkled. His breathing was rough. His hands were empty, like he had not expected me to escape. And the look in his eyes was not anger. It was hunger. The kind that made my knees weak even from the other side of the door. That afternoon, I went to the break room to get some water and calm myself down. The coffee disaster was still replaying in my head, along with Ethan's hand on my waist, his rough breathing, and the way he had looked at me before I ran. I needed water. Possibly an exorcism. The second I turned around, Victoria was walking straight toward me with a full basin of ice water in her hands. She stopped right in front of me, a small, vicious smile tugging at her lips. Then she let her foot slip on purpose. The entire basin came crashing down over me. Ice water soaked through my thin white blouse in seconds. The fabric turned almost transparent, clinging to every curve and leaving far too much on display. Co-workers rushed over from every direction.
Seriously? She wore that under a white blower? That is not exactly office appropriate. I'm not surprised. She walked into Mr. Frost's office for her interview and came out hired. Connect the dots. And now she's acting shocked people are staring? Please, you don't dress like that by accident.
Victoria stood at the front of the crowd, savoring every second of my humiliation. Her voice was sweet, but every word was meant to cut.
Everyone seeing this? Our new secretary shows up on day 1 with lingerie under a white blouse and expects us to believe she is here for spreadsheets?
I hugged my soaked blouse to my chest, shivering.
This is Frost Capital, not some club bathroom. I'm reporting you to HR myself. Enjoy your last day.
I lowered my eyes, looking weak and humiliated. Inside I was burning.
Get me fired? Go ahead and try. If Ethan sees me like this, he won't be able to look away for days. This body was made to drive a man like him wild. I could wrap myself around him and drain every last drop he has. You're nothing compared to that.
Victoria took my silence for fear and reached for my wet collar.
What, nothing to say now? You were so good at playing innocent earlier. Come on, let everyone see what kind of professional you really are.
The crowd suddenly went silent.
What is going on here?
One low, cutting voice was enough to freeze the entire break room. Everyone fell silent and stepped aside at once. Ethan walked in. His gaze landed on my soaked, almost transparent blouse. For one long second, he said nothing. His jaw tightened and his throat moved once hard. Those eyes, usually cold enough to keep the whole office at a distance, darkened the moment they saw me.
Mr. Frost, look at her. I don't know what kind of stunt she pulled to end up like this, but she's been standing here, putting herself on display and trying to make everyone uncomfortable.
Ethan did not even look at her. He shrugged off his jacket, still warm and carrying that clean cedar scent, then stepped in front of me and wrapped it around my shoulders. The jacket swallowed me almost completely, cutting off every stare in the room. The second his warmth touched my skin, that rich, dangerous energy of his rolled over me. My knees nearly gave out right there. Without a word, he took my wrist and led me out of the break room. No one dared to stop him. The moment we reached his office, he pushed the door open with one hard motion and pulled me inside. Then he locked it. The click of the lock went straight through me. Every bit of suppressed succubus instinct I had been trying to bury came roaring back to life.
A locked door. Just the two of us. Oh, I know exactly where this is going. He is going to push me against that floor-to-ceiling window, tear off this ruined blouse, use that tie to trap my wrists, and punish me until I forget how to stand. Yes, Daddy. Punish me like I'm a bad girl.
Ethan stopped. His back went rigid. For a moment, the office was so quiet I could hear my own heartbeat. Then a vein jumped at his temple and he took one slow breath like he was trying very hard not to lose control. When he turned around, his expression had gone dangerously still. The next second he crossed the room, caught me by the waist and backed me against the window. His hands landed on either side of my head, caging me in completely. The glass was cold against my back. He was burning hot in front of me. His voice came out low, restrained, and rough around the edges.
What exactly goes on in that little head of yours all day, Jade?
Pinned against the window by a man that tall, that close, and that intense, I pulled my shoulders in and gave him my best helpless, wide-eyed look.
Mr. Frost, I wasn't thinking anything. I was just scared after getting soaked like that.
Ethan let out a low, cold laugh. His fingers closed around my jaw and tilted my face up. His breath brushed over my lips, warm and dangerously uneven. He did not answer me. Instead, his other hand went to his tie. He pulled it loose in one slow, deliberate motion like he had all the time in the world. Then he dropped it onto the desk. My pulse jumped. Then he undid the top 2 buttons of his shirt. That collarbone. That shadow beneath the open fabric. That hard, controlled body he kept locked away under expensive suits every single day. He stepped right into my line of sight and stayed there. This man was baiting me on purpose. I stared at his open collar and swallowed hard. My traitorous hand started rising on its own, reaching for that warm, firm chest like I had no survival instincts at all.
Screw it. He started this. Just touching him would be worth it.
My fingertips were one breath away from touching him. Then the alarm in my head screamed. Flashing lights. Cold handcuffs. Iron bars. A full criminal case with my name on it. Getting fired for touching a coworker's abs was bad enough. Putting my hands on the CEO of Frost Capital? That was a life sentence in heels. Self-preservation kicked in. I snatched my hand back, ducked under his arm, and slipped away.
Mr. Frost, my eyes are closed. I didn't see anything. Please keep your shirt on. I have absolutely zero inappropriate thoughts about you.
I spun toward the door and got my hand on the lock. But before I could turn it, a rush of cedar and heat swept over me from behind. Ethan was suddenly there, his shirt still undone, one hand braced against the door, trapping me in place. His chest pressed close against my back, and his breath brushed over my ear.
Zero inappropriate thoughts.
His voice was low and rough, with an edge that left no room to hide. His fingers found my jaw from behind and turned my head, forcing my gaze back to the open stretch of his shirt and everything it revealed.
How disappointing. I have plenty of dirty thoughts about you, Jade Summers.
That line, spoken from that close, nearly made my succubus tail come out. I stood trapped between the door and his heat, completely unable to move. Just when I thought he was about to forget every last bit of restraint and do something about it right there in his office, the pressure suddenly lifted. He reached into the pocket of the jacket wrapped around me and slipped in a black and gold invitation card, along with a handwritten note.
Tomorrow night's finance charity gala. You're attending as my executive advisor. Go to this address today and get a gown.
By the time I made it back to my desk, the note was still warm in my palm. The next evening, a black Maybach pulled up smoothly in front of an elite boutique on Fifth Avenue. The store manager had clearly been briefed in advance and met us at the door with a polished, professional smile.
Miss Summers, right this way, to the fitting area.
She looped the tape around my chest, then drew it in at my waist. A second later, she gasped.
Good Lord, Miss Summers. These measurements are unreal. This kind of figure comes along once in a lifetime.
She immediately pulled out a red gown. Deep V neckline, open back, a slit that started high on the thigh.
I recommend this one. Wear this tonight, and you'll be the best thing that ever happened to Frost Capital's public image.
I stared at that gorgeous, barely there piece of fabric, and my succubus instinct sat straight up.
With this body in that dress? Absolutely lethal. So that is why he kept looking at me like that yesterday. He has been wanting to see me in this all along. Fine, I'll wear it to the gala and watch his eyes drop straight to my neckline. That will be entirely his fault.
Then the memory of being trapped against the door last night came back in full detail, and my survival instinct seized the wheel. Low profile. Boring. Safe. If he lost control in front of everyone at the gala, I would lose the job and then I would starve. I backed away from the dress like it had personally threatened me, both hands clamped to my collar.
No, absolutely not. High neck, long sleeves, ankle length if possible. I am a professional.
The words had barely left my mouth when a quiet, unmistakably amused laugh came from just outside the heavy fitting room curtain. Ethan had appeared on the other side, perfectly dressed, perfectly composed, and somehow right there. He glanced at the manager, his expression unreadable.
Give us a moment.
The manager blinked, bowed, and quickly slipped out. Ethan walked into the fitting area and picked up the red gown. The heavy curtain swept shut behind him. Now it was just the two of us in a very small space. The air seemed to thicken. He moved toward me one step at a time, his tall frame carrying the full weight of his presence, until my back pressed against the full-length mirror.
Mr. Frost, what are you doing?
I swallowed hard. My palms were damp. Ethan set the gown aside and picked up the measuring tape.
Drop straight to your neckline?
I leaned unsteadily against the mirror and stared at him. How was he hearing every single thought in real time, even the ones from yesterday? He did not give me a second to figure it out. He spread his arms with the tape between them and wrapped it around my waist, pulling me in from behind in a way that felt far too close to an embrace. His energy washed over me all at once and my legs nearly gave out.
Help. He is so close. He is so warm. This is going to drown me. Those shoulders, that waist, right here, within reach. I want to push him back against this mirror, tear that suit off him, and make him lose every bit of that perfect control.
Ethan's breathing changed. He dipped his head, his lips only a breath from my ear, and his voice came out low enough to make my knees weaken.
Jade, let me find out for myself exactly how extraordinary you are.
His hand moved slowly up my back. The other cradled the back of my head. His face tilted closer, and his lips were 1 second away from mine. 1 second before contact, the coward in me took over. I dropped, tried to slip under his arm, and aimed for the narrow gap beside him. This time he did not let me get away. His arm caught my waist and pulled me back hard against him. For a second, my feet left the floor and my back hit the mirror with a low, solid sound. His chest was pressed against mine with no space between us at all. Those dark eyes were done pretending. Every bit of restraint he had been wearing like a second suit was gone. His voice came out rough and absolute.
Stop thinking about ruining me, and then running the second things get real.
His grip tightened at my waist, firm enough to make it clear that this time he was not letting me slip away.
Jade, you are wearing that red dress to the gala tonight.
His eyes moved over my face, then lowered briefly to the gown beside us.
Because right now, I want to see you in it.
I ran, but it did not matter. That night at the charity gala, I was still wearing the red dress Ethan had personally approved. The venue was all crystal chandeliers, champagne towers, and people pretending they were not staring. We had barely made it through the entrance when Victoria appeared with a glass of wine and a sweet, innocent smile.
Miss Summers, Mr. Frost left a backup document in the storage room at the end of the hall. Be useful and go get it, for him.
I was lightheaded with hunger and too distracted to think clearly, so I went. The moment I stepped through the old wooden door, the lock clicked shut from the outside. Heels clicked away into silence. Victoria. Obviously. The storage room had no windows and no ventilation. It was dark, cramped, and sweltering, like I had been sealed inside an oven. In that kind of heat, with my body already starving, my succubus instincts kicked into full overdrive. The hunger rose from somewhere deep inside me, burning through my veins, turning my legs weak. All I could think about was the fitting room. Ethan's arms around my waist. His breath at my ear. That clean, intoxicating energy pouring off him and sinking into my skin.
I just need him to hold me right now. That's it. Just hold me. If he came through that door and completely took me over, I don't know how much longer I can hold back.
The lock turned again. The dark silhouette slipped inside and shut the door behind him. Then he locked it again. My breath caught.
How long are you going to keep driving me crazy like this, Jade?
Mr. Frost? How did you get in here? I didn't do anything. I didn't even say anything.
You didn't have to. Every single word.
He moved closer. That overwhelming heat rolled over me, rich and controlled and dangerous. His hand pressed to the wall beside my head, and he backed me into it with his body without ever fully touching where he should not. In the dark, he leaned down until his nose almost brushed mine. His voice was low, rough, and far too steady. Then he repeated my own thoughts back to me, word for word, calm and merciless.
I couldn't stop imagining Ethan's thick cock pushing against my pussy. Jade Summers, you've been undressing me in your head every day since the interview. Did you really think I couldn't hear you?
Salvation. It was Lucilia. Eureka stood beside her.
It's cold out here. Don't stay too long.
I froze in the snow.
Lucilia, save me.
She slowly crouched down, her fingers tilting my chin up. Save you?
My dear sister, haven't you figured it out yet?
My eyes flew wide open.
What? That night of the awakening ceremony, the cup of moonspring wine, I was the one who drugged it. Dorian was my doing too. I told him to ruin you, then made sure every single elder saw it happen. So what if you were the true chosen one? Your bloodline, your clan, your alpha, they all belong to me now.
Lucilia, don't touch her. She's already in exile.
20 years ago, I took your place as the daughter of the Silver Moon. 20 years later, I've become the Moon Queen in your stead. Cecilia, in this lifetime, you were destined to lose to me.
I collapsed in the snow, my consciousness sinking bit by bit. I snapped my eyes open. Lucilia was smiling gently, extending a cup of moonspring wine toward me.
Cecilia, let your big sister offer you a toast.
I had returned. Returned to the moment before everything was destroyed.
Sister, today is your awakening ceremony. Your big sister wishes you a true return to the Silver Moon Wolf clan.
A heat-inducing forbidden drug. In my previous life, it was this cup of wine that pushed me into the abyss, not far away. Caesar frowned impatiently.
Don't keep everyone waiting.
My mother only looked at me with a complicated expression.
Thank you, sister. I'm so happy to finally be home.
Then I stepped forward and wrapped my arms around her in an embrace. I used my sleeve to shield my wrist and silently swapped the identical ceremonial cups in our hands.
Drink up, sister.
She noticed nothing. She even gently urged me. A flicker of triumphant laughter crossed Lucilia's eyes. I set down the cup.
Prince Eureka, please also accept this cup of blessing wine.
My gaze passing over the crowd and landing on Eureka.
May the moon goddess bear witness.
He tilted his head back and drank. I lowered my eyelids, a cold smile curling at the corner of my lips. Lucilia, in this life, the trap you set has caught the man you love most. Lucilia moved gracefully among the elders, like a natural-born Luna, but I knew her show was just beginning. Eureka stood off to the side alone. Suddenly, his fingers clenched violently. Black wolf markings began spreading from his neck to the back of his hand, and his breathing grew heavy.
Nothing's wrong.
I saw this from afar and immediately turned and left the grand hall. In the moon laurel forest, the cold wind cut through the branches. I walked swiftly into the garden. In the shadows, Dorian hid behind a laurel tree, clutching a drugged cloth in his hand.
Little destined mate, here you come at last.
In the previous life, this was the man who destroyed my reputation. But in this life, I merely swept a glance at his hiding spot and immediately changed direction, heading toward the moon laurel cottage. Footsteps sounded behind me. Eureka had followed me out. His wolf eyes were already glowing with a gold light. His voice low and dangerous. He grabbed my wrist. His palm was shockingly hot. His voice was hoarse, as if he was struggling to hold back the beast raging inside him.
Stop right there. What did you do?
It wasn't me. The cup you drank was handed to you by Lucia herself.
He stared at me coldly.
She would never harm me.
In my last life, that's what everyone said.
He frowned.
What last life?
In the next second, the drug fully took effect. He staggered, the wolf markings on his neck blazing red like a branding iron. I held him up, my tone urgent.
There's someone waiting for me in the garden. If you don't want to be used, come with me.
Eureka tried to push me away, but his body was no longer obeying reason. Instead, his hand gripped me even tighter. I helped him into the moon laurel cottage. In the distance,
Dorian burst out from behind the tree, only to find the garden completely empty.
Where is she?
Eureka braced himself against the doorframe.
What exactly do you want?
His golden wolf eyes fully ignited.
I want to live.
Inside the moon laurel cottage, the curtains snapped and fluttered wildly in the wind. I was wrapped in Eureka's black outer robe, my fingertips still trembling. Behind the screen, Eureka's breathing had not yet steadied.
If you think you can use this to blackmail me...
My lord, I am not the one blackmailing you.
Outside the door, the sound of chaotic footsteps quickly approached. Lucilia's voice rang out, laced with perfectly crafted alarm.
Sister? Are you in there?
I looked toward the door and said softly,
She's here.
Outside the cottage, Lucilia arrived with a massive crowd in tow. Her face was written with concern.
I just saw Cecilia heading this way with a strange man. She just returned to the clan. She doesn't know the rules. I'm afraid someone might take advantage of her.
Caesar immediately erupted in rage.
She better not bring shame on the Silver Moon Wolf Clan!
The next second, the door was violently pushed open. I stood in disarray before the screen, my hands protectively clutching my chest.
Cecilia, why are you dressed like this?
Lucilia's gaze swept toward the screen, feigning horror.
Sister, you're hiding someone behind that screen, aren't you?
I shook my head, my voice trembling.
Sister, please, don't...
She reached closer, her tone sharpening with each word.
Move aside. If you've done nothing wrong, let everyone see.
She reached out and shoved me. I let the momentum carry me and stumbled to the ground. The screen crashed down. A man sat upright at the edge of the bed, his back to everyone. A flash of ecstatic glee crossed Lucilia's eyes. She was certain that man was Dorian.
Turn around.
The man did not move.
I said, turn around!
The man finally turned slowly. In that instant, every expression in the room froze solid. Then, one after another, everyone dropped to their knees. The elders cried out in terror.
Lord Eureka!
His gaze was as cold as ice.
Eureka, how could it be you?
He stared directly at Lucilia, his voice heavy with suppressed fury.
The wild man you spoke of is me.
The air was so heavy it was suffocating. Lucilia panicked for only a fleeting moment before immediately dropping to her knees, her eyes rimmed with red.
Urena, I was worried about you. Cecilia must have drugged you!
Lucilia pointed at me, her tone absolutely certain.
She wanted to steal the Luna position. That's why she did this to you. Sister, how could you slander me like this?
My voice was weak and grievously wronged. Instantly, every gaze shot toward me like arrows. Eureka turned to me, suspicion lingering in his eyes.
I knew she should never have come back.
Caesar was furious. The Silver Moon Madam looked at me, hesitant.
Cecilia, tell Mother what happened.
I looked at her and asked softly,
Mother, do you believe me?
She averted her gaze. My heart chilled bit by bit.
She grew up in the human world. Who knows what tricks she learned there?
Look at the result. She is the one who benefits most.
Cecilia, you had better tell the truth now.
If I tell the truth, will you believe me?
Just then, the Luna walked into the cottage. She spoke coldly.
Enough!
The overwhelming pressure belonging to royalty instantly unfurled, and every person bowed their heads.
Bring the clan physician. Test them both.
An innocent person has nothing to fear. Sister, you aren't afraid, are you?
I clenched my sleeves and lowered my head. The clan physician took out the quicksilver needle.